If you're over 50, weak glutes can cause pain, balance problems, or even the dreaded flat butt syndrome. But your glutes may not actually be weak, they might just be asleep. In this video, I'll share 3 simple tips to wake up your glutes so that you can move better and feel better. Now, when I say your glutes are asleep, what I mean is the message isn't getting from your brain down to the muscles to tell them to turn on. That can happen for a variety of reasons, such as a pinched nerve in the lower back, especially at L4, L5, or S1, or simply because your brain has forgotten how to turn the muscles on. So the 3 tips I'll share are glute activation exercises, and the good news is they often work much faster than actual strengthening. So let's get started. The easiest way to activate your glutes is lying down in a non-weight bearing position. I'm showing this on the floor, but if you can't get down on the floor, you can do this on a bed as well. To activate your glutes, we're basically going to do a bridge, but with a few slight tweaks to make sure you're using your glutes properly. A few common mistakes that people make when doing bridges is that they'll lift too high, allowing their lower back to arch, and that substitutes lower back extension for hip extension. Another common mistake is using the hamstrings too much in place of the glutes. So to do a bridge properly, you want to start by doing a slight pelvic tilt and tightening your abdominal muscles. You want to flatten your lower back out into the floor, and that helps shut off your back extensors. Next, you want to make sure that your feet are bent up so that they're flat on the floor. If you're digging through your heels like this, you're going to use your hamstrings too much in place of the glutes. So make sure that the knees are bent as much as you can, feet flat on the floor so that your toes are still in contact with the floor. Then do a slight pelvic tilt, tighten the abdominal muscles, drive your knees out into the band, and then slightly lift your bottom up off the floor. You want to make sure you're not lifting so high that you're arching your lower back. So tilt, feet flat, knees turned out, slight lift so that you're using your glutes to lift up. Hold for 10 seconds and then lower back down, reset and repeat. Pelvic tilt, tighten the abdominal muscles, feet flat on the floor, turn the knees out into the band, tighten your glute muscles, and then do a slight lift, keeping the pelvic tilt. Hold for 10 seconds, lower back down, and repeat for 10 repetitions. Next, you need to activate your glutes in a weight-bearing position. To do that, we'll do a sit to stand with a band around the knees, much like the bridge. The technique will be fairly similar. You'll turn your knees out into the band and think about squeezing your glutes together. Now, to make sure you're using your glutes and not your quads, you're going to lean your trunk forwards while keeping your knees turned out into the band. Then, instead of thinking about extending your knees to stand up, you're going to think about driving your hips forwards. So you lean forwards like this, think about pushing your hips underneath of you, and then coming back down. To see that from a side view, turn your knees out into the band, lean your trunk forwards here. That starts to lift your bottom up off the seat. Then think about pushing your hips in front of you while you keep turning out to the sides. So you'll push your hips under, come back down slowly. If you can control all the way back down to the chair, that's great. If you can't, just sit back, pushing your bottom back, and then push the hips back up. Push the hips back, back up. Push the hips back. If you can, touch the chair, come back up. Push the hips back, touch the chair, and come back up. And that helps activate your glutes. Now, what you don't want to do is keep too much weight on your toes. That will utilize your quads more. So really make sure you're sitting back for the chair, leaning your trunk forward and keeping your knees driven out to the side, and then pushing the hips back forwards. That's the second exercise. Now for the third exercise, we need to move up onto one leg, because when you're walking, you're not standing on both legs. Now, many people will tend to substitute a muscle called the tensor fasciolata for the gluteus medius and gluteus minimus. When you stand, you use a combination of these muscles in order to help keep your pelvis level as you're going to take a step. Now, if your glutes are weak or inhibited, most people will tend to substitute by using the tensor fasciolata. How you can tell is if you stand on 2 feet and then shift your weight over on one, if the primary thing you feel kick in is this muscle right in front of your hip right there, you're using your tensor fasciolata. To activate your glutes when you shift over onto one leg, you should feel these muscles squeeze over there. One trick to make sure you're activating your glutes is to turn your knee out, putting the weight more on the outside of your foot, much like you were doing with the bridge. Then as you go to shift onto one leg, think about turning your pelvis slightly away from this stance leg. What that'll do is externally rotate your hip a little bit more, which makes sure you're shutting off the tensor fasciolata, which is a hip internal rotator. So turn your knee out, put the weight on the outer side of your foot, turn the pelvis away, and then slowly start to shift over onto one leg. You should feel your glute muscles kicking in here, and then if you're able to, pick this leg up off the floor. If you can't, just keep it touching slightly for balance, but you should feel the glute muscles squeeze, and that helps you to activate the glute muscles as you're going to take a step when you're walking. Now, if you've woken up your glutes and you're still having trouble, you may need to do some strengthening exercises. And to learn more strengthening exercises, check out this video over here. But before you go, if you found this one helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.